Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio calls for promoting Naga wrestling at state, national as well as international level. Deputy Chief Minister Y Patton says investigation by SIT on December 4 Oting incident almost complete. Minister for Health and Family Welfare S. Phom inaugurates 50-bedded COVID-19 hospital in Dimapur. And School Education Advisor Sukhalu says department is working on Voluntary Retirement Scheme for untrained teachers. With the new Omicron variant of coronavirus causing concern, we appeal our listeners to be vigilant and get fully vaccinated and help others, including children between 15 and 18 years, to get vaccinated. Please continue to follow these 3 simple steps to stay safe. Wear a face mask, maintain 6 feet for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information or guidance, contact National Helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075 and State Helpline number 1800345-0019. And now the news in detail. Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio has called for promoting the game of Naga wrestling not only at the state and national level but also at the international level. Speaking at the 28th Naga Wrestling and 2nd Under-16 Naga Wrestling Championship meet at Kohima local ground today, Rio said Nagaland is known for its indigenous style of wrestling, which also has spectators from the mainland as well as other tourists. Expressing happiness that the Nagaland Wrestling Association is taking forward the game, he hoped that it will give strength to the wrestling community, especially the tribes of Chagasang, Angami and Zeliang. He urged the association to lead and coach other tribes from other districts to participate in the game in order to promote Naga wrestling. In this regard, Rio assured that the state government will extend grants to give training and to promote wrestling such as indigenous, free and belt wrestling. He informed that the government is planning to set up one sport police battalion to generate employment as well as nurture young sportspersons, particularly in wrestling, so that from a young age they will take it as their discipline and learn all the game's techniques. Emphasizing that wrestling is the biggest game among the Nagas, Rio informed that the state government has decided to partner with the association to build an international standard indoor stadium. He said an area of 13 acres have already been acquired and the stadium will have a seating capacity from 15,000 to 20,000. For this, Rio said, professionals will be invited to build the indoor stadium, which will be in the model of sumo wrestling indoor stadium. Altogether, 78 wrestlers, including 24 under-16, are competing for the coveted title. Deputy Chief Minister and Minister for Home Y Patton today assured justice on the December 4 Oting incident and said investigation by the Special Investigating Team is almost complete, pending a few documentation. He said this while speaking at a flagging off ceremony of the newly purchased vehicles for District SPs at Kohima. Loading the Nagaland police for making recent major seizure of smuggled gold and improving detection of drugs, IMFL, and contraband seizure, Patton expressed hope that the fight against drugs and contraband will continue for the well-being of society and the younger generation, stating that better mobility and quick response to any situation are key functions of the police department. The Deputy CM expressed hope that the better vehicles will enable the department to lead at the front with alert city and respond to any situation promptly. Minister for Health and Family Welfare S. Pangnyu today said hospitals with advanced equipments are the most essential facilities to cater to people's needs to enable timely care and proper treatment. He said this while inaugurating the 50-bedded COVID-19 hospital at District Hospital Dimapur. Phom said the state has been tackling COVID-19 with the available manpower, facilities and resources like the rest of the world to overcome the health crisis. The minister urged the state and department to assist in providing better health facilities in the state. Phom, meanwhile, informed that 3 new district hospital buildings will be coming up at Zonoputo, Noklak and Longling. School Education Advisor Sukhalu said the department is working on the Voluntary Retirement Scheme for untrained teachers. He said this while inaugurating the newly upgraded government higher secondary school at Atipung in Peren on Saturday, informing that out of 2,140 Hindi teachers, a total of 830 were untrained. Sukhalu said necessary instructions had been given to untrained teachers to undergo required training as per the National Council for Teacher Education rules. The advisor informed that the department will shortly announce recruitment of graduate teachers for science, maths and Hindi. Sukhalu, meanwhile, asserted that poor enrollment in government schools is a serious concern that needs to be addressed by the local village authorities. The advisor said, due to poor enrollment, the government is compelled to downgrade schools from government high school to government middle school and government primary school. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. 4 Union Cabinet Ministers, Hardeep Singh Puri, Joydeep Raditya Scindia, Kiren Rijiju and General V.K. Singh to travel to neighbouring countries of Ukraine to coordinate the evacuation mission and help students. AIR correspondent reports that these ministers will be going as special envoys of India. Mr. Scindia will coordinate at Romania and Moldova. Mr. Rijiju will go to Slovakia. Hardeep Singh Puri will go to Hungary and General V.K. Singh will be in Poland to manage the stranded Indians in Ukraine. Immediately on his return from Uttar Pradesh, Prime Minister held a high-level meeting yesterday on the Ukraine issue. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that the government will do whatever possible to bring back all the citizens stranded in Ukraine. Today is National Science Day. The day is celebrated every year on 28 February to commemorate the discovery of the Raman effect. On this day, Indian physicist C.V. Raman announced the discovery of the Raman effect. The day is aimed at spreading the message of importance of science and its application in human life. This year, the theme of the National Science Day is Integrated Approach to Science and Technology for Sustainable Future. District Administration and Mahila Shakti Kendra Longlang conducted inter-school science exhibition competition to observe the National Science Day. Students presented models on sewage treatment plant, soil erosion, assembling and working of robots, wind turbine and kaleidoscope. Nagaland reported 5 new COVID-19 positive cases and 15 recoveries in the day. No deaths were reported in the last 24 hours. With this, the caseload stands at 35,407 positive cases, 33,065 recoveries, and 751 deaths till date. There are 109 active cases presently. The Nagaland State Legal Services Authority has informed that the first quarterly National Lok Adalat or People's Courts for 2022-23 sitting will be held in all the 11 district court premises on March 12th. Persons having disputes or cases at pre-litigation and pending stage can come forward on the day or submit their disputes before the date at DLSA front offices, District Court Building, NSLSA Member Secretary Office or contact 0370 2290 153 or email at nslsa.nagaland@gov.in. And now 20 news, here are the main points again. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio calls for promoting Naga wrestling at a state, national as well as international level. Deputy Chief Minister Y Patton says investigation by SIT on December 4 Oting incident almost complete. Minister for Health and Family Welfare as Pangnyu Phom inaugurates 50-bedded COVID-19 hospital in Dimapur. And School Education Advisor Katie Sukhalu says department is working on Voluntary Retirement Scheme for untrained teachers. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.